Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, how was your day? I hope you all happy and always in a good condition. I'm Ayudhya Safitri. In this video, I will discuss the content of one of the article I took from the foreign policy website, the global magazine of news and ideas. I picked up an article discussing ways to prevent the spread of COVID-19 in Vietnam. If you want to see the article, please check the link in the description box below. Okay, let us get started. Currently, all countries are struggling to protect their people from the COVID-19 pandemic. All steps are taken to prevent the spread of COVID-19 pandemic, likewise by Vietnam. And in this article titled Vietnam Coronavirus Success Input on Repression, it discusses how Vietnam prevents the spread of COVID-19 to its people. But it's not just an ordinary prevention, because Vietnam gets a lot of compliment for its success in overcoming COVID-19. As of May, according to official statistics, the country, Vietnam, had suffered no deaths from the COVID-19 and had limited total infection to just 288, despite being next to China and being a popular holiday destination during the Spring Festival, when the coronavirus first hit the Chinese city of Wuhan. This has led many observers to suggest this Vietnam pandemic control strategy could be a model for other countries to be copied, especially for developing countries. What are the control strategies carried out by Vietnam actually? Let's check one by one. According to Todd Polak, the country medical director of the Partnership for Health Advancement and a specialist in infectious diseases in Vietnam, he ascribed Vietnam's success to three factors. First, its relatively young population, just because Vietnam only has 12% of Vietnamese are over and 60 years old, compared with 22% in United Kingdom. Second, rigorous testing combined with early hospitalization for those found to be infected. And the third is diligent contact tracing and isolation. It is the last of the three, that is the tracing and isolating of infected people, that enabled Vietnam to get its outbreak under control, according to Todd Polak. Tracking and isolating an infected person is certainly not an easy matter. The government has a technological mission with the ability to track individuals in person. This is what makes Vietnam is a state that not only know where you are live, where you're home, but also know where you go away and know your mobile phone number. Tracking is carried out by the police with no discrimination and forcefully. A Hanoi-based economic consultant, Raymond Mellon from United States Center for Disease Control and Prevention, returned home after a trip abroad in late March, and he was immediately texted by the local police asking after his health. And then a visitor, the Frenchman, had been flagged with a higher than normal temperature on arriving in Bangkok some 20 days before. After 2 days passing through Cambodia, he arrived in Vietnam. Unknown to him, the Vietnamese authorities monitored his entire journey through the country for 18 days. Within minutes after the Frenchman logging his arrival at the hotel with the immigration service database, hotel manager received a call from the police. Officers were at the hotel to interview and test the Frenchman within 15 minutes. Besides these three factors, there are other additional factors that I add from my summary. First, Vietnam has standing armies of neighborhood wardens and public security officials who keep constant watch over city blocks. When required, they can be augmented with militia and self-defense forces with the ability to seal off entire districts. And the second, in Vietnam, police are not only watching you in the street. Several countries have deployed police as troops in the war against COVID-19, giving them extra powers to impose social order. For example, in Philippine town of Santa Cruz, for example, police detained five youths who violated the national lockdown in a cage. And other example, in March, French put 100,000 additional police officers on the street to enforce its 15-day lockdown. But in Vietnam, police are not watching you on the street. They track you to your front door, to your phone, and even via your social media account. According to local news reports, between January 23, when Vietnam detected in the first case on infection, and mid-March, police censored around 300,000 posts of news sites and blogs, and 600,000 posts on social media about COVID-19. During these 2 months, police took action against 654 cases of so-called fake news and sanctioned 146 people. And the third, Vietnam has a responsive government. Why I say that? When a case is found, the government immediately act quickly. A case about of COVID-19. In late March, a number of COVID-19 infections were discovered at banyak Hospital in southern Hanoi. The chairman of Hanoi People Committee, Major General Nguyen Dat Chang, instructed thousands of people and local officials to visit every household in the neighborhood for which they are responsible. A police officer knocked on the door after that, asking if people had traveled abroad during the last 15 days, or people asked to explain their recent activities and their travel history. And on May 2, the authorities also closed off part of Hanoi suburb of Gia Lam, quarantining 120 households. It's around 600 people, because one person has showing symptoms that could have been COVID-19. The fourth, the military has also played a role in Vietnam's battle against the COVID-19. 68 military camps with a capacity of 40,000 people were set up to receive people ordered into quarantine. And the fifth, Vietnam has tool of Communism Party control and have now been repurposed in the service of health protection. That is district functional forces, armies of neighborhood and neighborhood wardens, police, public security official, militia, and self-defense forces. The international community has critiqued Vietnam's security apparatus in the past for violating its citizen rights, but now the country has received near an unanimous prize for its successful handling of the current pandemic. Okay guys, that's all. I'm sorry if I have any mistake from what I said and from what I wrote down. Please like and share if you think this video good enough to watch, and support me to subscribe my channel. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.